Hello again, Amateur Label here. Another quick video, quick look at a knife I just recently purchased. Obviously by the shape of it, you can see it's a K-bar, but what K-bar is it? Well, it's the BK10. Maybe not quite as BK10 Crewman, referred to as a Crewman, because I think it was designed for like a air crew, survival knife or something like that, being the size. And maybe not quite as popular or well known as the BK9 or BK7, which is basically same design, same handle. Yeah, definitely the same handle and pretty much the same design as the BK9, BK7. I think it's a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner maybe. It's the Becker. This one here is a fairly early model from what I understand, because this is stamped in, where the newer models it's just etched on there. BK10. I think it's 1095 steel, which is good, no problem with the steels like that. And the handle exactly the same, just with these little bolts on. You can buy the micarta scales for them, but I think the micarta scales are a bit expensive, or some aftermarket scales. See the end of the knife there, could be hitting something. I did used to have a BK9 a couple of years ago. I used it a little bit in the bush, just chopping some wood and making fire and all sorts of things, but I just never really sort of got to really like it. It's a nice knife, it has a great reputation. A lot of people do like the BK9 and the BK7 for that matter, but end up selling it and put the money into something else. So this one here is starting to really grow on me. Just sort of the right, it's a fairly big knife, fairly heavy. It just sort of seems right somehow. It's about a 5-inch blade all up, and I've got a comparison here, a couple other knives to show in a minute, but just to check about the weight, it's a fairly hefty knife. You can't quite see the numbers. 9.6. Yeah, it's quite heavy, and the sheath is pretty minimal in its weight, but I'll just put that together there. Oops. Yeah, 12.1 and 15 ounces with the sheath, so the sheath's pretty lightweight. So just talking about the sheath, as other people commented, it does the job, but it's not sort of the best of quality really. Though it is stitched well, sewn well, like it's got the taper in the outside, 2 little holes there. But this retention here is very basic. It's very basic all around, so I think I'm going to, it does have the pocket on here, which is sort of okay, bit of elastic, but as other people have commented, the sheath is, well, it's adequate, it carries the knife, and if you had it on your belt, it does the job, but it's not that great. I'm thinking about upgrading, sending off to America, getting a Spec Ops sheath, so I like my Spec Ops gear. But anyway, that's the sheath. And this is the BK knife. Quite interesting. It's got the thumb ramp. Some people I've seen on the BK knives, they actually grind this off here. They don't particularly like it, but it seems to fit for me. You can put your thumb there or move forward. Seems to fit just sort of right there. You can't really put your finger here because you're right on the blade. Quite sharp. 1095 steel it is. This wedge here making the point. So the point lines up basically right through the center line. So if you're trying to dig or make a hole, or chopping or something, that's pretty good. Just a comparison, I've got a S1X here. So same blade length, 5-inch. Oh, it's actually marginally shorter actually. You can see that. S1X actually like half-inch shorter. But obviously a much more streamlined blade, doesn't have that same height in the blade. Handle's a bit shorter. It's just a more streamlined type knife really, these S1X's. I haven't used this one a real lot, but it's a great knife. It's reasonably expensive, but it's a great knife for sure. I've got the standard S1 here just to compare, a little bit of a lighter weight. And you can see there the bit better comparison, the blade just a little bit shorter, but thickness wise pretty close to the same thickness. I didn't get my verniers out to check, but it's pretty close to the same thickness. And the S1X is a bit thicker. S1X is probably a bit thicker than what the Becker Crewman is. It's interesting. Different style swedge on the top there. These F1s, I like them a lot. And just another comparison. I've got my Ontario knife and tool Cerberus out. Got an interesting little design history why they were making this for some military group, and came out so pretty close to the same blade length. Handles quite a bit, handles shorter. Those are similar on the back there with this big flat section on the back. Blade wise thinner. Swedge is different shape on there. So, but that's just different knives, different designs. And just another one. I'll just quickly, this is the Schrade Griffin design. Schrade SCHF 42. So blade length pretty close to 5 inch, the same, but this one's got the recurve in there, 1095 steel. Handle a bit shorter again, but different on the back. It's got this knurling on the back, and a little bit thinner in the blade stock. So I've got a couple of 5-inch knives. You can see here, I think there's another one. Oh, that's right, the other Condor one. I'll quickly grab it. Back again. I just quickly grabbed my Condor. I knew I had another one. It was on my belt, on my bushcraft gear. So this Condor is a great knife for sure. An El Salvador Condor. Been using it a bit. Fairly even design. It's just slight taper there with the grind there. Just a comparison, like blade length. Pretty close to the same blade length there. Lining up the handles. Handle pretty close to the same length. Could be marginally thicker in the blade steel. Not much of a taper on the end there, so you can see. So there's a selection in the 5-inch range. I think the 5-inch knives are pretty versatile knives, you know. This one here, Condor, yeah, pretty. I've only used it a little bit, but coming up really well. A good handle sort of shape to there. So yeah, just I'll line up my 5-inch knives just to sort of have a look. Line them up sort of like blade lengthwise. 2 S1s, a Cerberus. So you can see it's definitely a taller blade, heavy duty type knife. Condor, it's very similar. The little Schrade, a lot of finesse, a 5-inch blade, but a lot of finesse. The S1, quite a stout knife, really good. These are S1Xs, and the Cerberus on the end, which is sort of a whole different design type, the way the shape of it is, the way the blade is, all that sort of thing. So there you go, a bit of a look at the I just move these out of the way here because we're really looking at the Becker 10 Crewman, which has plenty of videos on it. But yeah, I'm quite liking it. I'm sort of glad I bought it, reasonably priced. Did I check the weights of those other ones? I might just compare that. So here we go, the Crewman. Just under 12 ounce. The Condor, 11.6, so marginally lighter. The little Schrade here will be, yeah, only 8.6 for the Schrade, so S1X 10, so it's like 2 ounces lighter than the Crewman. The standard S1 6.8, quite a light knife. This is a pretty good knife. And the OKS Cerberus, only 7. So if you want a bit lighter knife in the 5-inch range, you have to go for these ones on the side here. But they're just as heavy duty, just as good as what, yeah, just a bit lighter to carry, easier to carry. And the Condor, a little bit heavier. And this one, actually it's the heaviest, slightly heavier by an ounce or so. Anyway, good knife. I think it's worthwhile buying it, happy buying it, even though I've got a selection of other 5-inch blades there. They're all good. It's all a bit different design and stuff, so there we go. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is crazy times to live. Just have to keep enduring, keep hanging in there, helping out your friends, all that sort of stuff. Take care. Bye bye for now. M29 Able.